Hello and welcome to today's video about the UC Jobs web tool. My name is Christoph and I'm Solution Consultant at the UberCloud. In today's video, you will see how you can use UC Jobs to submit, monitor and cancel HPC jobs, to browse through your cloud file share, to select and add scripts to the cloud, and to monitor your clusters and their nodes. Now let us directly dive into the demo. First, enter the hostname or the IP address of UC Jobs to your web browser. In our case, we just have an IP address configured because this is a demo environment. However, if you like, we can configure a fully qualified domain name that also will be accessed through HTTPS. After this, enter your username and your password. Then click Login. The start page that you see after your login is the job list of UC Jobs. You can see here a list of all the jobs that had previously been scheduled. And now we want to add further jobs to this list. To do this, we change the task from job list to job submission. And here we have already our user account selected. We give the job a name, for example, my job. In a drop-down menu, we can select now our application. In this environment, we have two applications pre-configured, ANSYS 2021 R1 and ANSYS 2021 R2. I will select the latter. And now I can browse through my cluster shared storage to select a certain script. I will locate my user folder, anf_Christoph. I will go to the Gearbox template folder and I will select this gearbox.sh script. After this, I will click on Submit. We will get a message that the job has been submitted. I will click OK and go back to the job list. In the job list, we can now see that the second job has appeared with ID 77 and it's on state running. Now, since we have more than one job in the job list, I can also use the search function of this job list to further filter our jobs. For example, I can filter to the status running and only see the job that is running. I will empty the filter again and explain more in detail what we can actually see in the list. Next to the ID, we see the partition where we sent our job to. We see the account name or the username that the job had sent. We see a job name. We see a priority. We see the number of nodes that are involved in the computation. And we see the state of the job as well as the time and the elapsed time since the submission. On the very right side, we have a button that we can click to cancel our job. When I click this, a new window will appear. However, I do not want to cancel the job, so I will cancel the cancel process so that we don't cancel. But if you want to cancel your job to avoid cost, you can do this in the UC Jobs GUI. Also, we can directly inject code to UC Jobs. To go to template submission, we can select a location for the script that we want to store. Let's take the Gearbox template script and say my script.sh. Now we will have to put content to the script. To save time, I will just copy and paste an existing script. I will go to the script field and paste my content. And I will click on submit. By this, I will save the script. Keep in mind, the name was myscript.sh. I will click on submit. We will see a message that the template has been submitted. I will click on OK. And if we go back to the job submission, and if we just go through the file explorer again and go to the Gearbox template folder, we will see that the script that I just entered to the web GUI is now located in the file share of the cluster. And we could select it for submitting a further job. Furthermore, you will get license information. In the case of this demo environment, we did not configure the license information, but we can configure it in a way that you will see how many licenses of your CAE tool are still available. And we have a graphical view of the clusters that are in use and the states of their nodes. So in our case, we have two clusters, Q-HP120 and Q-HC44. Here we submitted our job before, and we can see from the 4 total nodes available, one node is marked in red, which means the node is allocated.